This was not normal. Not in any way. It should not be possible for a living creature to get to this staggering size. But yet there was, right in front of everybody's eyes, a whale of absolutely astonishing proportions. Something had to have caused this, but what? Only when researchers cut the whale open during the autopsy did they find the explanation. They could simply not believe what they had just discovered. The researchers could barely make their way through the thick, blubbery skin of the dead whale. This was a challenge unlike anything they had ever faced before. But considering the significance of learning more about this creature, it was also the most important challenge of their life. When they finally managed to make their way inside, they could almost walk inside the creature. It was so large. Luckily, it had seemingly not been dead too, and most of the creature still seemed intact, which also meant they could still make this discovery. It stopped the researchers completely in their tracks when they saw it. That had never seen anything like this before, but this must be the explanation they were looking for. But what did the researchers find inside the giant whale? And could this explain why it had grown to this incredible size or how it had come to eventually pass away? Before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Life seemed to come to a complete standstill in this small fishing town on the South Canadian coast when the biggest whale anybody had ever seen washed ashore. Everybody came to check out the fresh carcass and was completely blown away. How was this even possible? Within an hour, hundreds of images were already being shared around on social media, and soon enough, marine experts started getting word of the find. At first, they were convinced that it was a case of Photoshop, but they would be proven very much incorrect. Matilda stopped when she saw a beached whale lying on the sand, water crashing all around it. It took her breath away, and she felt that pang in her heart that she felt whenever she saw a dead animal. But this wasn't any ordinary whale, and she had to get a proper look at it. It wasn't exactly rare for dead whales to come ashore in this area of the country. It happened every few years or so, but it was the first time she'd seen one in person. It caught her off guard, but that wasn't it. This wasn't any ordinary whale, and she was just amazed by it. Whales are the biggest creatures on Earth, and she knew this, but this was just ridiculous. The whale was huge. From where she was standing, it looked as if the whale took up the entire shoreline. It was just so massive. She thought about walking down to see it, but was stunned, at least for the moment. As Matilda was standing on the dunes in pure awe looking at the creature, more people began to make their way up the dune. Their reactions were just the same as hers. Everyone couldn't believe it. The whale was truly humongous. It looked like it stretched for miles. Matilda knew she had to get closer. Some of the other onlookers started to make their way over to the whale. Matilda joined them and talked as they slowly made their way down the dunes. For some of the group, it wasn't their first time seeing a beached whale, but everyone agreed that this was the largest whale they'd ever seen. They swapped stories until someone suggested looking up just how a whale could get. After a quick internet search, they discovered that the blue whale, the largest species of whale, could only make up half of this whale. As the group got closer, they could take in the true size of the whale. And the smell. The dead whale's smell was overwhelming, but Matilda wanted a closer look. News of the giant beached whale spread through the town like wildfire. Police quickly arrived, questioning Matilda and her companions, the only ones near the creature. Everyone else was ordered off the beach. Despite the warnings, photos flooded the internet. The enormous whale drew global attention. No one could understand how a creature that massive had gone unnoticed for so long. Matilda had her own ideas, but theories multiplied. Some were grounded in science, others wildly impossible. Yet, seeing the giant before them, people began to question what was truly impossible. One popular theory claimed the whale had a genetic mutation causing unchecked growth. Others speculated it was a hybrid between species, like a lion-tiger cross that outgrows its parents. Then came the more absurd explanations. Pollution, radiation, even claims it was fake. Matilda knew it wasn't. The stench was far too real. No one could know the truth until the scientists came. When the two marine experts finally arrived, the crowd thickened again. With police assistance, they approached the whale and began setting up their equipment. They followed procedure, collecting DNA samples on the spot. After a tense wait, the results came back, a blue whale, not a hybrid. The news raced through the crowd and across social media, yet more questions followed. How had such a giant creature died? To continue their tests, the scientists needed space and quiet. Officers began clearing the beach. Reluctantly, people left except Matilda, who stayed hidden behind a dune watching. From her vantage point, Matilda observed the marine experts as they circled the whale. The lead biologist, Dr. Lorna, touched the whale's skin and frowned. "It's almost rubbery," she said. Others agreed it lacked the slick texture of real whale skin, replaced by something disturbingly synthetic. Moving along its vast body, Lorna's assistant, James, noticed strange, evenly spaced lines. They weren't scars or barnacle marks, they looked like seams. His voice faltered as he traced them, the unease spreading among the team. Under a makeshift tent, the scientists compared notes. None of their data matched any known marine species. Finally, they decided to begin an internal examination. The first cuts revealed something entirely unexpected: geometric chambers inside the creature, far too precise for biology. The team exchanged anxious glances. Deeper inside, they found metallic parts, wires, and other non-organic materials intertwined with tissue-like matter. This wasn't a typical autopsy anymore. The realization struck them. They were dealing with something far stranger than a natural animal. Word of the findings spread fast. Cafes buzzed with speculation. Fishermen and teachers swapped theories late into the night. By morning, the quiet beach was overrun by reporters. News vans lined the coast, drones hovered overhead, and interviews filled every channel. The world's eyes were suddenly fixed on this small town and its colossal mystery. As the first witness, Matilda found herself under a camera's glare. She described the moment she saw the whale, the shock, the strangeness, the feeling that it wasn't just alive but somehow different. Her words captured the wonder rippling through the town. Hotels overflowed, restaurants filled, and souvenir stands sprouted everywhere. T-shirts declaring, "I saw the mystery whale," sold out instantly. Tourists came from across the world to see the creature. Overnight, the once sleepy coastal town had become a booming spectacle. Soon, scientists from around the world arrived, determined to unlock the whale's secrets. The beach turned into a high-tech lab filled with tents, instruments, and lights that glowed through the night. Every test deepened the riddle the creature contained unfamiliar materials, unlike anything known to marine biology. That night, townsfolk and tourists lit candles around the giant form, creating a glowing circle of silence. The waves lapped softly as people waited for answers. Matilda, moved by the unity, stepped forward as the town's voice calm, articulate, and filled with quiet awe. Within days, Matilda's interviews appeared worldwide. Bloggers, vloggers, and international networks broadcast her words against the glittering sea. She became the symbol of the story, a local woman standing at the edge of the unknown. The following morning, the experts gathered again, launching a deeper investigation. Cameras rolled as they resumed, cutting into the whale's massive body, determined to reach its core. Talk of a documentary began to circulate. Filmmakers wanted to capture both the discovery and the town's transformation. Seizing the moment, locals organized an impromptu celebration. Music filled the streets, children painted their faces, and food stalls sold whale-shaped pastries. It was a celebration of curiosity, not fear, a tribute to the mystery that united them all. As festivities faded, the scientists returned to their work. What they found challenged everything they knew. Inside the whale lay metallic structures and electronic fragments embedded among tissue. Each discovery blurred the line between life and machinery. Was it alive or something else entirely? Equipped with new tools, the team ventured deeper. Their cameras revealed chambers and corridors that looked engineered, as though they were exploring a vessel, not a creature. The deeper they went, the clearer it became. This was no ordinary organism. Their findings drew specialists from other fields, metallurgists, engineers, even archaeologists. The whale had become an international enigma, uniting scientists across disciplines. Theories turned wilder. Could it be a prototype, a deep-sea machine, or proof of something extraterrestrial? As night fell, Matilda sat by the shore, the stars reflected in her eyes. Whispers of alien origins filled the air, stories of UFOs and vanished ships resurfacing. The town was now divided, believers on one side, skeptics on the other. Dawn brought tension and anticipation. Technical malfunctions slowed progress. While government vehicles arrived, black SUVs pulling up in silence. Officials set up a command center, demanding control and updates. The team pressed on toward the heart of the whale. Within the core, they found glowing devices, wires, and panels covered in strange, unreadable symbols. It was an intricate machine, an artificial organism built to mimic life itself. Finally, the truth emerged. The whale was no creature of the sea, but an elaborate film prop, a robotic masterpiece designed for an ambitious movie that blurred reality and fiction. It had broken free and drifted ashore, before filming began. At first, disbelief swept through the crowd. Their awe-inspiring beast was a machine? Yet, as realization sank in, wonder returned not for nature, but for human creativity. What they had witnessed was a different kind of miracle. The town reinvented itself as a haven for filmmakers and tourists. Studios offered to shoot documentaries there, and the Mystery Whale Festival became an annual tradition. Years later, Matilda, now an elder, sat before the waves, telling the tale that had changed her town forever. What had begun with curiosity and confusion ended as a celebration of imagination, a reminder that even fiction can leave real footprints on the shore of history.